Time to do some fall work. It's probably the first time in, I don't know, 11 years, 10 years that we don't have animals. And they didn't eat this feed before spring showed up, or before I moved them off this field, or this area, to another spot. So, last year I took two of my feeders, and they've been beat on by the big bulls, bigger animals. So I took two of them and I made one nice one. Or maybe it was 2 years ago. Yeah, and then I left it right over here behind me in the trees. That's where I decided I was going to feed. I had a dead tree fall on it, crushed it right there and here. I don't have a good feeder anymore, so I just use this. And this spring, when nothing, or this late spring, early summer, nothing was really growing in here, so I decided to mow the weeds. I just use my riding mower. I don't have a mower that would fit back here. Well, I have the flail chopper, but it'd be tight circles, right? I just use the lawnmower. It's not a lot. So I got it mowed, and I figured, well, I'll move this out of the way so I can start spreading this. And I tried picking up on this, and it is stuck. I could use a tractor. I'm afraid I'm going to wreck it, more so than what it is. But now I'm starting to get a thought. If it's really wrecked and this pipe is that far down bent, I wonder if I could grab the loader, put the chain around it, and pull it up. Either it's going to pull it out or it's going to straighten this top pipe. At least it's upright and the animals can't just walk in again. And then eventually I'll get this area behind you. Yeah, I got trees down I need to throw on the pile and burn them. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll get the loader over here, wrap a chain around that after I dig a spot out, and then we'll try straightening this. There we go. That ought to do. If that works, maybe we'll try that spot over there. I'll have to straighten that out a different way. I won't need it till probably beginning of the year, next year. I didn't want this sitting in this wet dirt, mud, hay, whatever, and rotting out that bottom pipe. So hopefully I can salvage it. I'm just rolling it out of the way in case I don't get back out here before the wind blows and tries to knock another tree on this crippled mess. Well, now that that's out of the way, yeah, I forgot I was going to push this over with the tractor and spread it out, but I don't know when I'm going to get back out here to mow it. It's supposed to rain this coming weekend. Today's October 6th. It's Monday afternoon. I will push this over when I know I'm going to mow this, and that way I can scatter all this everywhere. In the meantime, I got to get to the north end of the property, and I got a log to move, a big stump, and well, I'll show you what I've been doing. This is the other stuff I've been up to. Krusty is back underneath the lean-to behind you. My R's put in the shop. Twitchy's in the shop after I got it unloaded from the trailer and from the fall pull. My 49R, the other wide front that was sitting there, that's sitting in the barn temporarily. The G, I still need to fix the tire. The G loader was sitting over yonder between the G and the G705. Well, that's now backward. Normally parks in front of the shop where I can throw a battery charger on it. Never seems to matter how good a battery that is. It always seems to have some kind of issue. Maybe I should just get the conversion and go 12 volt, because that sure worked yesterday. Let's see. Oh, the 705, I want to get that moved. But when I went to start it, the battery was just bone dead. I put my tester on it, and it showed like 1.5 volts. It's like, wow, something drained this since August, first week of August. So battery's been in the shop on the charger, so I'm going to grab that, throw it on. I load tested it. It seems to be fine. We're going to really give it a load test. Cable's back on. Bump at the switch. Boy, these are loose, but I can't get them. No, I can get that one tighter, but I can't get that one tighter. Well, it sounds like I got enough battery, so maybe I'll clean the cables one more time and see if that'll work. Alright, well, I do this anyway. I ought to have it. I knew that part was clean. Inside of these cables are white, chalky. So we'll clean them one more time. Should just place the ends on this, but I thought it was working all right. Worked all week for the show. It's just like I said, I can't get them tight on the post. I don't know if you can see all that dust coming off there. White powder, corrosion. Alright, I'll try that. So I just want to mow underneath it. The G1000's got a different issue. I need to pull start it. Nobody else is here right now. Oh yeah, it's going to start. So we'll leave that, put that there. I'm going to move you guys, then we'll move this. Wiggled it, got you know, it's supposed to be 70 degrees today, at least in the sun. I wouldn't say that in the shade. My shorts and bare legs are telling me otherwise. Yeah, it sure smokes quite a bit for an engine that's been rebuilt. Tends to clean up after it warms up. For those of you that are new to the channel, I left water in this after we got it rebuilt. After we ran it on the dyno, left water in just in case we had a problem. Just dump the water, we're done. Go back to work on it. We ran it on the dyno, got done. Put it on the trailer, I brought it home, parked it. I think I brought it home in like late October, early November. I don't know, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I don't know. I lost track of time on this thing. this gear. I'm gonna let it run for a few minutes, build some temperature, we'll shut it off. I'll show you what else I'm doing. Well, here's the other project I've been up to. Mowed all this with my riding mower. Yeah, it's not farm equipment, but that's what, 2 or 2.5 acres. I do have that flail chopper, but currently it's not working because the gearbox is broke. I think I have parts for it. I haven't tried it. I do need to work on that sometime, but this is so rough that chopper is just bouncing hard. Even you're going in first gear at 540 PTO, which is, I think, on a Moline is what, 1200 RPM, 1350, something like that, 1300. It's just fast. First gear is fast to this field on a tractor, at least pulling that implement, that flail chopper. And they could clip it, but I can't get around all these trees around here easy enough. There's some tight spots. Yeah, sure, I could mow the big open areas and then bring the mower in and just go in and around it. I think so far I've got maybe 4 hours of mowing. I didn't do it all today. I did it a couple other days during the week. A little bit yesterday, finished it this morning. But there used to be more trees out here. They've been cleaned. This here's my walking into cobwebs in the middle of the field. That's where my burn pile is. Got a log sitting there that I need to get there. Then I got a big tree stump back there. There's other small chunks of tree down, but I got a big tree stump back there that I can't move. The bull that we just butchered, he used it as a headbutting, something to mess with. So he'd run over to that side of the property up against the fence. I mean, he took it from here and went to that fence, short the fence out. And right now it's straight back at the trees in the fence back there. So I need to get that picked up, dumped on the pile, because I need to cut some of these trees down. I do have a few that are dead. I'd like to take them down at my leisure, or not when the wind blows, or they're just rotten enough they just fall and crush another fence. Again, I don't have animals right now, first time in 10-11 years, but yeah, if you don't know, trees and fences don't get along. If you got cows, that doesn't work out very easy. Trees fall, branches fall, crush fence, shorts fence out, cows get out. Person with cows gets a phone call. I'm wide awake now what do I do? Go get the cows. And then try and herd them somewhere they don't understand where to go exactly. Anyway, been doing it for 10-11 years too, so just keep on going. So again, yeah, this is going to be my burn pile. So again, the stump and that log behind us right there, push that onto there, get the stump, and I can finish mowing, be done with this project. Walking out here to see if I can get that stump loose out of the fence first. And look what I find. Fresh deer scat. I mean, we don't live out in the forest or anything. We just have woods on the property. The neighbors got woods. There's, like you saw at the other end of the property, there's trees back there. You got raspberry field, and then there's little clumps of woods everywhere throughout the neighborhood. So they have places to go to. So let's see, I'm going to sit you up here. Last time I tried this, it was actually hung up in the fence, but it looks like it's pretty easy this time, I think. Oh yeah. Oh no. Hooked right. Oh man, ow. Keep poking me. No, this may not be so easy. Oh, that dang bull. Oh, there's one, I think. Oh, he wedged it and broke the fence. You dirty bugger. I guess that's why sometimes some animals are better off as beef than in your field wrecking your fences. Well, shoot. I gotta get that loose before I can. Oh, there we go. Well, this is better than last time. Last time I nearly had to cut it out of the fence. Alright, I'll go get the loader, come out here, throw a few things in. It's not a big bucket, so I can't throw, throwing something like this in it, it's not easy. It's not real wide and it's not very deep. So I'll go get the tractor and we'll load some of this up. notice it's kind of hard to run with one hand. Not these controls, but steering plus clutch plus hand throttle. I'm gonna set it down so we grab that, push that log up on the pile. Well, you saw me just using my leaf blower on the lawnmower. I neglected to scrape and clean. I didn't take the deck off the lawnmower and clean the bottom of the deck. And I always put a coat of paint on the bottom side as well to give it that one extra layer of protection. So I didn't do that this spring or last fall. I'll be mowing here maybe even into December. Not so much the grass, but just to be able to pick up all the leaves from the maple trees and the birch and alder and keep the yard clean. Also, when I was showing you tractors I've got moved and put away, I got this Z moved The disc and the harrow chained up behind it was sitting on the back row of my dead row, or back side of my dead row. I leave them hooked up like this mostly so I can mow underneath it. I like my junk. I like rusty junk, but I don't necessarily like grass growing up around it where I don't feel comfortable going in there in shorts and finding a bee's nest in the ground. You still won't see the bee's nest if you mow the grass and you don't go by for a while. They find a molehill, and it could be, you know, a week or two later before you get back to that area and mow and wondered why you're getting stung or why you didn't get stung, because all of a sudden you see a flurry of bees flying out of the ground. At least if it's mowed or weed eated around my dead rows, I can find it and I can deal with the bees. So anyway, I leave the disc and the harrow hooked up most of the time to this tractor, and I just start it and move it when I mow lawn. Hadn't done that in probably 2 months till yesterday, and I hooked up to it, moved it, mowed it. But in another video, at some point, I'm going to take this setup, and I'm not going to cross up the disc. I'm just going to let it run straight because I'm not necessarily wanting the disc ground. But I'm going to drag the harrow over the field out here, and mostly where the grass was thick and it clumped up, and it's possibly just going to kill the grass that's growing underneath it. So I'd like to drag it, spread it around, and help break it down and rot into the ground better without killing the grass on top. So that'll be another video if I end up having time to show that. So I guess that's it. Just, it's fall time. It's time to clean up, get some projects done before the rain set in, and make everything more miserable or more difficult. If it's raining, I don't mind it too bad, but too much rain, and I'll just stay in the shop or the house. So, well, that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.